have this fun thing where if I reload the world, I spawn on top of a tree. Hello everyone! I was doing some exploration because I wanted to get some more materials for the island, when I stumbled upon this. This seems to be a cluster of rocks with a ship in the middle of it, but this is where the atlas pointed me towards that I used. Now they always used to just point towards islands with like either treasure or just another atlas. But this seems to be the only thing in the cluster, and it's more special than just an island. The question is, will it have something special, because so far the loot doesn't seem to be too great. Right, well, I can hear something clearly. Where the hell is this thing at? Is it at the... Ah, yes, it is in the bottom of the ship. It's kind of hard to get in, actually. There we go. It's sailing knowledge. Well, that will go towards more sails. Well, if anything, it seems like they were carrying around some hardwood, or hardstone, I mean. Which I have to mine from the bottom, it looks like. Notice it's also a very good spot for glass wart. Well, it turns out I can also just destroy the wood here with the axe. Should have probably tried that on this as well. Oh, yeah, that's how you would have freed it. And that seems to be it for this cluster here. I've also been thinking about whatever this wind stream is. And after editing the last episode, I've noticed that it kinda goes from the island that we fixed up to the world, or to the life tree. It also shows it on the map. What I don't know, though, is why it goes beyond that. But my guess is we need to fix up these life sapling islands in order to actually fix up the life tree, which is why we were instantly able to restore the island, because we already did the life sapling island. So I guess for now, let's just head over to the new sector, see where this wind will guide us. And also some butterflies have spawned on the island. I guess more creatures will come to your island over time. This discovery, however, does make atlases more worthwhile to get, in my opinion, because they used to mostly point to other atlas spots. This update is the gift that keeps on giving, that's for sure. It really changed a fair bit, but it feels like they have more of an identity now of what they want to do with the game. And they're starting to build their core foundation around it as well. It is no longer just floating island in the sky, basically, that turns into a ship. It is much more than that now. Right, we're about to cross the border. There we go. So yeah, it points to a new sapling. What does this show? It's showing 3 little life saplings. Islands. Alright, so I'm guessing we need to do either at least 3 of them. Because there are no 3 of them in this sector. Interesting. Well, let's head over there then. Also, something really neat is if you follow the wind, this is gonna sound very obvious, of course, but the wind is no longer random, it looks like. It's now pointing you to your next destination, which it could be good if you want to go forward, but if you want to go backwards, I guess it might not be, unless the wind turns around. I have not really tried that. It does look like the wind is going all over the place here, though. Didn't do that here, did it? No. It's also going to this place. Maybe we need to have completed that in order to get the life tree back. Who knows, I guess we'll figure that out. This looks like a much smaller island than the last one, so it's probably going to be a bit easier. Can I no longer choose the size of this thing? Because when I click, it usually wanted you to make sure it was the right size. I guess maybe they changed that, or it's an upgrade now. Well, I guess instead we just place 3 of them down. Alright, let's go check out this corrupted island. To use the door kip on this rock? Oh. Okay, so these are little mushroom spots. Alright, good to know. Alright, that should be everything. So now I guess we just have to wait a second for everything to mature. And then we can cleanse the barrier. Actually. Oh no, I see what's happening. So it isn't that we just need to restore life back to this. The surrounding little islands, especially that one probably. I don't see any other corrupted ones. But we have to clear the corruption of the entire area. Okay, so islands work a lot more together now than they used to as well. Right, there we go. So yeah, now the corrupted islands in the cluster... Well, actually, it just says it straight up. I just need to read better. Wouldn't be me, I suppose. Gather up these anomalies. Because it looked like for research purposes, we're going to need a ton of them. I'm quickly gonna check these other 2 islands, and then we're gonna cleanse the main island here. What the heck is that? 2 pieces of paper. Alright, so not everything can now have knowledge anymore. I mean, paper is good. I kind of lack that quite often, to be fair. Alright, let's meditate here. Paint over the entire island. And then in the end, we heal the main tree. Just so we can grab the fruit that the corruption seems to want, I guess. Or at least it doesn't want anyone else to have their hands on it. Ooh, and if you look at the life tree, one of the turnips is now glowing and has a check mark. Yeah, let's see if we complete this island. If that also does something. I'm kinda doubting it, but you never know. I'm guessing the island that we have to cleanse this time is this main island that we were going to. Yeah, it seems it. Ooh, what the heck is this? Does it say anything? Yeah, it does say something special. Oh, so it is one of the critter habitats. Alright, we're gonna have to fix those up as well, by the looks of it. Imagine, no, there's gonna be a lot of stuff here, right? The other bad thing is we have to repopulate these things with critters as well. Bad as in I don't have a whole lot of these. Oh, but the little dudes work as well. Okay, that's good. Ladybugs. We'll get a gourmet recipe. Nice. When we get some fungicide. That's a pretty good chest right there. Because we cannot make that ourselves yet. Another key. And that should be all the critters done. Yup, nice. And then this is the last of the seed mounts. So we just need 2 corruption cores as well as just a bunch of sick plants that we have to get rid of. Alright, there's one more corrupted core. The easiest way to spot those, or if you don't know, you see a huge dark spot. See one right here. And they're around that area. In this case, they're underground. Because obviously you don't see them above ground. So we just head into this little cave. Have to navigate through the darkness. There is a torch in the game. Shouldn't be that hard. Okay, we need a coating to get there. That's not ideal. Let me get the torch out, see if it actually is the only possible way. Oh wow, and there's also coating in here too. This is a pretty good chest. The other problem though is we don't have a coding station yet. Seems like we do desperately need it. However, in order to get that though, we would need another research point. So we need to figure out what we need for that, and then go gather it. On some blueberries. Wait a second. That icon looks kind of familiar. But that is this, yeah? Yes. Okay, so now we can make our own fungicide. I mean, if we get 1 piece of paper, we could technically get it. It uses up all the fungicide we have, though. We might have to just make another one, then. That does kind of suck. Yep, it might be a bit expensive, but... There we go. Got another research point. These vials look vastly different than they used to. However, that does mean that we got another research point. We can learn the coding station. Now watch me need something crazy for that as well. Actually, it's not that bad, but we will need this. Then we just need some carved wood, but that's easy enough. Coding station, there we go. I want to have a coating on this thing. Of course, I would also need the coating, so let's make it. We can't make any seeds of this anyway, I don't think, from the berries themselves. But at least now we know what we have to look for. Alright, so this now should have a coating. Yes, you can see the icon below the item in the hotbar. So now if we go back here... There we go, I slashed that at once and now it's gone. This should do also significantly more damage. Oh, got a little chest here too. Which, well, it isn't doing much. Alright, let's get rid of that. The coating only lasts for so long too, so we kind of have to see what we do first. Alright, that's a second lever here. Wow, didn't even see that one. Not that we can do much here anyway. This is one of the chests that needs the key. But as long as the ecosystem isn't fixed, we cannot open it. And all we need to do is clear the clusters around. But before I do that, let's see if I need to hit this. No, okay. Corrupted island? That looks like a corrupted island. Right with that, all the islands in the cluster have been cleansed. I was just putting some stuff away. I noticed we actually have blueberry seeds. I suppose that's good. Means once we go farming, we can actually make a blueberry farm. We can make a lot of coating. I found a new kind of puzzle here. You just have to fly through the little ring over there. It took me a little while to figure this one out. But that should be all the islands in the vicinity. Alright, let's start cleansing the island. I wonder how long this one is gonna take. Because it was a pretty damn huge island. Okay, we got resets for some reason. Okay, it is just the same as the other ones by the looks of it. You know, it would help if I remembered whereabouts I planted everything. There we go, ecosystem has been restored. We get the fruit. We get the main knowledge. Kinda looks like the windstorm item. I think that was just an unlockable though. I don't really remember what we got from this. Was it the wind turbine maybe? Oh, it's the loom. Oh, I would have preferred the wind turbine, but hey. Alright, time to do a quick looting run. Interesting. So I'm looking at this now, right? And in order to actually progress to the other stations, similar to the coding station, we had to get this loom. Otherwise we cannot unlock this part. I guess that's how it kind of forces you into it. I see some mushroom thing here. Yeah, that mushroom log. I'm gonna go for that next. There was that chest still in the cave as well. We open that up. An empty shell, nice. Some opals. Again, it already marked the next location on our map, but that's pretty far. And we also need to go for the wind barrier, which we're not ready for yet. It did seem like this actually was one of the turnip islands, so that is good. Let's head over to the last one and fix it up real quick. Alright, we arrived in the cluster. Let's change things up a bit. And let's start with taking care of the corrupted island. There we go, islands have been cleansed. And I found another atlas here too on one of the other islands. There we go, and that's a pretty simple one, just hit the spinny thing. And let's see what it says now that we did that. Okay, can we heal it? No. Ecosystem has to be restored first. I mean, it makes sense, obviously. But we hadn't done it in this order yet, so I guess it's some new text we see. Heal the main fruit. I'm gonna imagine that the perfect pesticide probably has to do with those dream fruits. We probably need them to cure the Leviathan. Just a wild guess, but sounds pretty plausible. Alright, let's go over to the life tree. Follow the wind. It seems to be pretty darn strong. The wind is picking up. Look how fast we're going too. He moves so fast, the house is not even really keeping up. Alright, we have arrived. What the heck are we doing so high up suddenly? I just slept and suddenly we teleported all the way up here. Because I was going up still for some reason. Alright, something I noticed though is one of the islands here is corrupted. I'm guessing we need to cleanse that first, right? Nope, I guess we don't. There we go, this one took a lot longer, for sure, than the previous one where we only had to cleanse one island. We suddenly had to do 3 of them. I wonder how crazy the next ones are gonna be. But just for good measure, though, let's get rid of this corruption starting stuff. I guess it isn't a full corruption, so maybe that's why. Alright, let's get our little insight knowledge. There we go. Insight gained. I don't think we did any or unlocked anything, right? Because we needed level 3 for pretty much everything here. Oh, I guess we unlocked the terrarium. And then we need to gain 1 more and then we unlocked, or we can unlock everything pretty much. Let's see where the wind will guide us next. It does seem to go over to this spot here. And the Atlas, where does that go? Well, not far away, I suppose. So I guess final thing that I want to check out today is, are all Atlas spots the same? Because the Tree of Life clearly seems to be the same. That could just be part of the biome. I imagine the other ones will look a bit different. Well, it looks very similar. It isn't the exact same. It is a different ship, that is for sure. Ooh, this one has one of the next fungicide though. And some waxed rope, I think this one was. Yeah, and I can hear more sailing knowledge too. There we go. which for now I'll use to unlock the final of the leaf sails. This one seems to be carrying salt a lot more than anything. See, I'm guessing these atlases will now point towards shipwrecks, which is pretty cool. And with that, this entire section has been fully explored. In the next episode, what I want to do is I want to head towards this location right here, which means we're going to have to go through these two still. There's probably 2 more life trees in each quadrant, and I'm interested to see what happens if we get our 4th one, because again, we only realistically need 3 of these little diamonds, so I'm interested to see what happens when we have more of them. It could just be a contingency thing, like they want to add more over time, but who knows. For now though, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.